Just Being Me podcast. Your girls, Margot and Mary.
Margot, I don't hear nothing.
You can't have what you want until you want what you have. The universe is extremely responsive to our strongest thoughts and emotions. The forces of life are eager to bring us the very things we give force to. When we are unhappy, dissatisfied, or unfulfilled, we give a great deal of our energy to the conditions we are in. We must realize that complaining about where we are or what we have is the best way to ensure things stay exactly as they are. We will not attract better or do more until we respect and appreciate what we have now. When our needs and wants seemingly go unmet, we should remember what we do not need. If we consider that we have ended up with the shortest end of the stick, we should consider those who have no stick at all. The only way to prove ourselves to the universal forces is to be grateful and appreciative of what we have now. When we are grateful for the minor, the powers that be carry us over to the grand. I am grateful for now.
Oh my God, that was beautiful.
Hey y'all, I love it. I love it.
That was really good. I felt every bit of that.
I mean, we have to be mindful that there are people that have nothing. So when we sit there and complain about, oh, I wish I had this, and if I had that, and if I need to get this, and somebody really don't have nothing. They
and
wish
you're not
for
even
what
thinking
you got.
about the things that you do have and appreciating what you do actually have already.
Right. Yep.
You know what I mean? It's always a want.
Yep. And
it's just like never ending.
People
are never satisfied. And never think about somebody else either.
Yeah. Be satisfied with what you got and be appreciative of what you've already accomplished. And then move forward. You don't have to dwell on, oh, I wish I had that, or if I had that, I would be this. No, be who you are with what you got.
That's right. And if you had it, you still wouldn't be that.
You wouldn't. You sure wouldn't. Okay, y'all. So that was, of course, Iyanla Vanzant. Let's see, Acts of Faith, Daily Meditation for People of Color. Love this book. So we'll be using to just, spark our little minds and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, put something on our minds, actually.
Yeah, things that make you say,
thought.
Food for thought. There you go. I'm about to say, things that make you say, go,
Exactly.
It really did. It does. Welcome to episode 71 of Just Being Me podcast. We want to thank you, as always, for tuning into our podcast. As you hear, Miss Mary is here on the Zoom. She's here on the Zoom.
Yes, I am. Hello.
Yes, that's Miss Mary. And we want to say, hey, y'all, to everybody who tuned in last week. Continue to spread the word to your friends and your family about our podcast. I'm reading this, actually. You can find it. Like, I should know this by heart, and I do. You can find it. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Breaker, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Podcast Addicts, and Amazon Music under Podcast. So there you have it. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. And we on episode 71. All right. Wow. Appreciate that. Okay, let me turn on the little jingle for weekend. What you do this weekend? All right, Miss Mary Mac, what did you do this weekend?
Oh, I bet I did nothing compared to what you did. I can't wait to hear about your weekend. um, let's see. I didn't do too much. I baked some banana bread, and what else did I do? I went out and did a little shopping, just a little bit. And I had an old friend come by on Saturday, and we sat up and talked, and got caught up on some things, and that was a nice surprise.
That's cool.
So had a couple of drinks or whatever, but it was nice. It was nice. That was pretty much my weekend. Yeah, that was my weekend. On Sunday, I just kicked back and cleaned up and got ready for the week.
Right.
And that was basically it. Yeah.
That sounds like a great weekend.
It was nice. And what about yours, lady? When you went away to Vegas on your girl trip?
I went to Vegas on my girl trip. We flew out there on Friday morning, early Friday morning. I think our flight left at 7:30 in the morning. It was a nice flight in. By the time I played my game and got all into it, we were landing. I was like, oh, shoot, we there. Cool. That's what I like. But got picked up by my sister's best friend, and the day started. Like, she had drinks ready at her place while we was waiting for everybody else to get there. We went out to breakfast. Let me back up. They could eat inside. They eat inside of. So we went to IHOP, and I was the restaurant, and I'm like, okay, us in California, we eating outside. They're making curbside situations over here at these restaurants. So I'm like, where y'all eat? They have a little tent in the back or something? She's like, no, we can eat inside, but it is social distanced inside. Like, so you're not just sitting next to other people. It's like spread out or whatever. I was like, oh, well, that's super cool, because I won't eat out no more out here, because I'm tired of fanning away flies and bugs and everything else. I can't. It's so much. Although I did go out last night for one of my man's girlfriend's birthday. We went to Killer Shrimp, and that was outside. So, and there was little moths flying around. I was like, God, dog, it's late at night. Everything should be asleep. But so we had a good time. We got a nice massage, a Thai massage. Oh, I didn't tell you about the massage. Oh my God. I mean, they walked on us. Like, they walked.
What?
They walked on us. Like, they had a rail that's at the top, and you felt them walking on your legs, the back part of your thighs. It was kind of painful, but it was like a good pain. But I felt that lady hands on me the whole trip. Like, I'm like, ow, I still feel her. I still feel her on me. I still feel her on my neck. I still feel her on my back. I'm like, oh God, I still feel her. This lingered all weekend. But it turned out to be a really nice trip. And we went to, we got an Airbnb. We did get an Airbnb. Very beautiful Airbnb. Very beautiful.
I saw the pictures. Beautiful.
Yes. She had a nice pool that she just got redone, and it was the colors and all of this stuff. It was really nice. And we went to Fremont Street. So, no social distancing on Fremont Street. Like, they letting everybody into Fremont Street. We walked in, and we was ready to walk right the freak back out, because they have security, to check metal or whatever. But they ain't taking no temperature. They ain't doing none of that. I was like, oh no, this is too much.
Now, see, that's strange, because when I went to Vegas on company business, at the hotel, they were taking temperatures.
Yes, so at the hotels, they did. Like, even the hotels that was we could walk in. We could walk in on Fremont Street. But the hotels that were outside of Fremont Street, because we went to another hotel to go gamble, and they took temperature at the door, and everything is social distance. But
Right.
Fremont Street is coronavirus city. Like, don't go there.
Oh my goodness.
Go there. People with a mask, people without a mask, people mask on their head, mask on their chin, mask on their ear, one ear. I mean, they just was. I said, I'm good. So, I'm advising you, if you go to Vegas, don't go down Fremont because you don't get corona. Let me not say that because I went down. Let me knock on wood. Because I went down Fremont. I went down Fremont. But it was very relaxing. We had a good time. I took my best friend to go gamble because she was actually sick the night we went to Fremont. So she didn't go with us, but she wanted to gamble. So the next morning, I took her to one of the casinos, and she won. She was hitting. She did. I hope nobody in her family listening because she didn't want to tell nobody that she won.
Isn't that something? When we hit like that, we don't want
nobody to know. No, you can't get this. So it was fun. We came back on Monday, and I'm still recovering right now because, it was a relaxing trip, but I didn't get this. I can't sleep, and I can't sleep. We share beds, so it was 10 of us, 5 bedrooms, 2 beds. Some of them, the bedrooms upstairs, I think. One or two of the bedrooms upstairs. No, one of the bedrooms had double beds, so they had their own bed. But when I have to,
like twin beds.
Yeah, like twin beds, and then the other ones you have to like share. And I'm like, if I'm not sharing the bed with my man, I just feel uncomfortable. Like I'm not uncomfortable because that's my best friend. Like I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I'm used to sleeping next to him, and all the extra noises that I don't know, because that's my best friend. I didn't know you snored that loud, or you didn't know I snored that loud, or whatever. I just didn't get a good sleep.
Oh my God.
I did not get a good sleep, but
oh my gosh.
I got up and
so
I enjoyed the house.
I didn't know you were a snorer. I slept in a room with you before, and I don't remember you snoring. Are you a snorer?
I am, but I catch myself. I catch myself from snoring, and I'm mindful when I'm in a room with somebody else. I'll be like, oh, okay, I still snore. And Jermaine said you don't snore. Yeah. Jermaine said you snore when you like super sleepy, but other than that, it's like a little faint snore.
Oh, okay.
But my best friend, she was snoring. So I didn't get no sleep.
Tired.
She was tired. She got away from the kids, her husband. She was trying to sleep. So I don't blame her. I just didn't get no good sleep. So I'm gonna sleep this weekend. I'm gonna give me some rest this weekend. Yeah, but it was a good trip, and we already planned the next 2021 trip. We're going to Atlanta.
Okay.
So it was a good weekend. Came back, started work, and can't wait till this week is over. So that's it. All.
And here we are, right?
And here we are. And here we are, y'all. We're here. It's Thursday. Okay, so let me see. Let's talk about it. Let me see. What did I do? Oh, I did this one. Okay. So, all right, let's talk about it, y'all. So, Lil Wayne is the new rapper that's talking to Trump about the platinum plan, the black plan, the whatever they want to call it. It's like a serious joke to me that these Ice Cube has come up, Lil Wayne now has come up over here talking to Trump about how we need to be treated. It's just like really some BS.
Isn't that crazy? It's just so ridiculous.
I can't. Like, if this is a real plan, and I'm not saying it's not a real plan, but if it is a real plan, then put some people who knows how to talk to these other people and make some sense about some things. I don't know. Like, do you even know what the platinum plan is and the other plan that Ice Cube talking about? Like, I think...
I don't know. I don't know what the platinum plan is. From what I understand, it's some kind of plan that the Republicans have for minorities and what they're going to do. I don't know why this plan is just now coming out and getting traction. We should have been aware of this plan years ago, or even a year ago. You know, it's just a whole bunch of crap. You know, even with this whole Ice Cube thing, we talked about it before. You know, with his contract. You know, he's been interviewed twice that I know of. And when they asked him how did his contract compare to the platinum plan, he acted like he didn't even know what the platinum plan was.
Oh my gosh.
So how much talking are you really doing with the Republicans? You know, and if it's even really necessary, because you're not a spokesperson for us at all. You really don't seem to know what you're talking about when you do speak on it. There were some good points. I'm assuming I haven't read the contract. I really got to get my hands on it though. But I don't think that Ice Cube should be the mouthpiece for it.
No, I agree.
If that makes any sense.
No,
because he doesn't do interviews well.
Okay.
You know, and I just want to know why this is just now coming to the forefront when we're just like a few days into, you know, election day. I mean, you know, he had ample time to bring this whole contract out and talk about this contract when we had all those delegates up there debating for the presidency.
Right.
He could have grabbed anybody and said, I got this contract and you guys take a look at it. Let's just sit down. Let's just meet. You know what I mean? And they could have got behind it or just tell them where you need to tighten up at, what can and what cannot be done, and brought it to, you know, the forefront for him. You know what I mean? But see, the timing on all this stuff makes me a little leery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
It just really doesn't make sense. And now we got Lil Wayne talking about the platinum. Look, I don't want to hear about all that. I don't believe you guys. You guys need to stop it.
Yeah.
Just like 50 Cent said the other day when somebody cornered him and said, hey, what are you doing trying to vote for Trump? That makes no sense. I know you're not that guy. And then he laughs and say, no, I was just playing. But you know, I didn't like Biden's whole initiative of, you know, the taxes thing, you know, the tax reform and everything. I didn't like that, but you know, everything else with Biden I like. So, you know, I'm not going to vote for Trump. I'm gonna vote for Biden. I was just messing around. Messing around. Who has time for
There's
that?
no time to be
and
messing around.
You should even speak loudly.
Right.
You think this is a game?
Right.
What are you doing? You don't know who you may be influencing.
Yeah, big time.
It's just like, you know, you guys, you know what? It just, I mean, I just like have no respect for them at all because it's just things like they take us for granted and think we're going to jump on their bandwagon because we're fans.
Right.
That's not going to happen.
No.
We're not illiterate. We're not stupid. You know what I mean? We're not going to jump behind you guys because you guys say something.
Right.
You can't even sit and have an interview and know what you're talking about.
Right.
You know, with CNN, it's just crazy. It's just like, I can't with these people. And, you know, who's pushing you guys to sit up and talk about these things right now?
Right. It's like smoke and mirrors. It's like, you know, look over here. Look what we're doing while something else is happening behind the screen.
Going on.
And why are y'all putting yourself in as the distraction? Like, why are you allowing yourself to be the distraction? Because that's all you guys are their puppet and being their distraction. Something else is happening over here. They're over here putting these ballot boxes on fire.
And like, exactly. And like today I was reading that, you know, while all this stuff is going on, Trump is back there and, you know, stopping everything and signing off on all these executive orders and everything. And he's trying to, well, what I did see today was that he is going to try to stop any federal funding for HBCUs.
What?
But we're so worried about the platinum agreement.
Right.
We better go somewhere with that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
They're boarding up everything on Monday.
Because they just think it's going to be some riots or whatever.
We have never had to board up anything for an election.
Not at all.
Guys,
like this.
You know what? You guys are doing the most.
Yeah.
What you guys are doing, you guys are putting gasoline on this to try to make it out of something that it's not.
Right.
Just stop it. Why all of a sudden we don't believe this man is going to leave the White House? Why all of a sudden if he leaves, we think it's going to be a big problem? You know what I mean?
Right.
Stop it.
Right.
If anything was going to happen during a presidency, it would have been when they got that black one in there.
Right. Okay.
Not once, but twice.
And there ain't no riot. Y'all didn't board up nothing. Y'all didn't do nothing.
Look, wasn't nothing going on.
He won, and we went on to the next day.
All of a sudden, we got to board up stuff, and we got to do this because of Trump. You guys stop fueling that fire. Stop it. Stop making these people, these, what do you call those people? Martyrs. Stop making these people martyrs.
Right.
They're not. They don't get any information except from the news, from the newspaper, from online,
right,
and things of that nature. And it's just the media pumping all this stuff up that doesn't need to be pumped up.
Right. All the time.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. And even with his son-in-law, it's just you know what? I want this to be so over with so fast.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I'm tired of it too. It's just too much.
Margot, I'm so tired.
Every day, all day, on social media, on the TV, on the conversations that we have, everything is just like, please, just hurry up November 3rd. And after the 3rd, I don't want to hear nothing. But y'all counting them ballots and doing whatever you got to do. I don't want to hear nothing else.
Okay, look, I'm not going to even watch it. When I wake up, I just want to know who.
Just tell me who it is. Just tell me who it is, okay?
I mean, it's crazy. I just can't. You sit and talk about, I have done more for the blacks. Probably more than Abraham Lincoln. Well, who said Abraham Lincoln did anything?
Right. Where did that come from? Right.
That's what you think. You think he done something.
Right.
What about Johnson and Kennedy and them?
They did more. When he said Lincoln, I'm like, you went way back there to Lincoln.
And you know what? That's their history.
Right.
That's their history.
Right.
That's their narrative of the history.
Of what?
Okay.
Somebody did for us.
They want to
right.
do that. But he ain't done shit for us.
No.
He didn't do shit for the black people. What are you talking about?
Right.
It's just like, we need to really listen to what these people are saying, but that's their history. That's the history that's in the textbooks that they're teaching our children, that they taught our children, and us. Which is not our history.
Right.
And that's the history that they want us to believe.
Right.
It's like, come on. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It doesn't make any sense. And I was reading CNN, and they were saying in Minnesota, a federal court ruled that the mail ballots must be received by the election day. And they originally they were giving them like a week window.
I got time for that.
Right? No, if election day is on the 3rd. And all of this, and coronavirus and this pandemic wasn't happening, we would have that one day to vote, and then, we have our mail-in vote, and the absentee voting or whatever up until that day, and then that's it. It's no lingering along and all that. No, if you didn't get your vote out between all this time that they had for you to go vote, and you don't get out there on November 3rd by 8 o'clock. Is it 8 o'clock the polls close?
8 o'clock's the deadline.
If you don't get out there and vote, then you just didn't vote. You just didn't vote.
Yeah. And you know what? They have ample time to vote because the polls have been open.
Yes.
They have been open. Everybody had time to vote. The polls are open. I mean, you can vote your absentee ballot or ballot. Everybody in California got a ballot.
Yeah, they
regardless
sure
whether
did.
you requested it or not.
Yeah, you sure did.
So, there's no reason. But what I can say, I'm really pleased so far with all the people that have taken advantage of the early voting, because I'm talking about people, the turnouts for this early voting. These people are serious.
Yeah.
And I'm loving every bit of that. They say in voting history, this has never happened.
Wow.
This has never happened. This type of magnitude has never happened before. Isn't that something?
That's crazy.
I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, that's good.
I think that's wonderful.
And whoever you voting for, if you voting for Trump, just get out there and vote. Do what you do.
Just
say what you say. Just vote. You know, and you know, all this back and forth and all this extra, you know, you spitting out all these whatever Republican speeches and Democrats are saying their thing. I'm so tired of it. I'm just they're never going to agree. They're not going to agree, but they do need to work together. And that's why when I hear politicians say, you know, yes, I'm a Democrat, but I'm willing to work with the Republicans, I like to hear that, because to me, Republicans, not all of them, but Republicans are a me person. Like, they're a me party. They're just like, it's us and F the Democrats. Like, we're not doing nothing for y'all. You know, they are so like harsh and Democrats. Like, it should not be that way. It's two different parties. Well, more than two, but two different main parties that need to come together for the greater good. It's not like, the Republicans and we over here and we gonna cut taxes for just us and do this for just us and this for us. That's how Republicans feel to me. So I don't know. I just pray that Biden and Harris wins the ticket and we can move on into we can all skip to my Lou into 2021 singing "You're Fired."
I just can't wait. I just want this to be over with, because you know what? I'm tired of his tweets. I'm tired
of seeing him talking,
saying how things are corrupt, and he is the most corrupt person that has ever stepped foot in that White House.
Right.
I was going to say warehouse.
Warehouse, yeah.
You know, he tries. I mean, everything he touches turns to shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He couldn't even get his cabinet together. You know, everybody was getting fired and going to jail.
Arrested, yeah.
And it was just, I mean, a royal mess.
Yeah.
From the gate. And he is just obsessed with Obama for some reason. I don't know. I don't get it. I have never heard a president talk so badly about a former president the way that he has done Obama. This is like, what did the man ever do to you? I mean, it's just like there's this deep-rooted jealousy.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, in this ending, you mean to tell me that Obama stopped you from doing a good job?
Right.
Are you kidding me, dude? He had everything written out in place, and you didn't want to even look at any of it.
Nope, because you're too arrogant.
That's why you couldn't handle this COVID-19.
Right.
This pandemic, you couldn't even handle that. You know, you just managed that whole department. You know, it's just like, he is really silly.
He is.
You know, and it's like they can't even tell him how to act or tell him how to carry himself. They can't even do that because he will not listen.
Right.
You know, and I've never seen where a president's wife treats him like shit.
Yeah. Oh.
He don't even want to be touched.
She don't want to be touched. Like, she flick him away all day.
What kind of marriage or what kind of household they live in?
Yep.
But I'm like, you are kidding me. You mean to tell me that you can't play nice for 10 minutes?
Nope.
She ain't trying to play nice.
She don't care. Nope. I don't care if the camera's rolling or not. Quit touching my dang on hands. Quit trying to hold it.
Him away, yeah. And she's just like, oh my God.
That's crazy.
There's some, they're really different. They're really different. I don't understand it.
They strange.
They,
on a lighter note, Netflix is talking. She said, "Thank you." Netflix is talking about increasing their prices from $14 to $18.
Wait, say that one more time.
Their standard plan will increase to $14 a month, and their premium tier will increase to $18 a month.
Okay, what's the premium tier?
Right. They don't say what do you get with the premium tier. It was $13, and then the other one was $16, and now it's going to $18. But
okay. I just want to know the difference. I just want to know the difference in the tiers.
And they don't even say it. It doesn't even say what the tiers are. It just says it's going up.
They're so full of crap.
Yeah.
You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to pay for all those shows that they got now
with all those actors
they're giving the people and all those type of things. They want to pay for those, so they're going to increase the subscription.
Yep. That's exactly what they're doing.
Isn't that something?
Well, now we got to pay for it. It says the change in prices come from Netflix looks to invest more in their content and product features. Huh. Okay.
You know what? That $18 tier better be worth it. I want to hear what we can get for $18 a month.
$18 tier better be worth it.
It better be worth it, because you know what? I'm tired of these packages, and I'm tired of what they say you're going to get, and then as soon as you get involved, you're like, oh, this is not even what I thought it was.
Right.
Oh, this is bull crap. I don't want to see this. Why are you seeing this? Why is this still on? Please.
You better give us some content, Netflix. Give us the content.
Yeah, something real.
Right. No repeat stuff.
To see, not what you think people want to see.
Right.
Y'all need to be taking surveys. How do you get a survey completed?
Yep, exactly.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Well, you was talking about all right. Everybody want to call me? What's her name? Keiajah Gabbrell, the female activist.
Yeah. Oh, Margot. It was a little spitfire. She was out of Kansas City, Missouri, 20 years old. Okay. I'm just gonna say this. A young activist. Okay. Hopefully a future politician.
Okay.
I don't know.
Look, that's what we need. That's what we need.
Exactly. And this little young spitfire went to address the board of the police commission. And this lady, she got up to that podium, Margot, and she spoke within the time frame, and she let them have it.
Ooh.
She let them have it. You're going to have to go online. You're going to have to listen to it.
Okay.
But, I just caught a couple of things that she said. She was like, they need to stop using black children in these photo ops, because in 10 years, they will be black male suspects. And, and she was making so much sense. She was actually calling out their names, too.
Wow.
As she was talking.
Good.
And you so-and-so, and you so-and-so. It was good to see. And she just said, you guys are, accepting profits over people.
That's good.
And she also said, you can't be both our savior and our oppressor.
Woo. She did her research, and she was only, how old? 23?
She wasn't playing. Margot, she spoke up. She said what she had to say.
Right.
And then that was it. And, I don't know if there's anybody before her. I don't think so. But there was nobody after her.
Okay.
There was nobody
She dropped the mic. And
I was like, in listening to her, my daughter had sent it to me. She said, Mom, this is you. And I'm like, I thought she was trying to be funny.
Right.
And I was like, oh, come on. Like that. And so I'm listening to the girl, and I was like, wait a minute, this is interesting. I was listening, and I was like, oh my God. And, I just took my hat off to her. I was so impressed with her for a number of reasons. But one thing I was very impressed with was her age. And her knowledge.
Right.
And what she knew that these people on this board was doing and what they wasn't doing.
Right.
And she was able to call them on it right there. That was wonderful.
Right.
And that, she was very respectful when she was saying it. And I was just like, this girl could be doing anything else, but she's here today addressing you guys in her city.
Right.
She gives a damn.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was just so happy because she was a woman, she was young, and she went for it and she did it.
That's
You know
good.
what I mean? And I was just thinking, every time I see some women speak, or when they have these marches and the Black Lives Matter, it's always the women. It's always
Right.
the black women. And I understand sometimes we do have to, protect our men, and people have to protect our men because they do come from after our men. We understand that.
Right. Right.
But hell, we are women. You guys need to walk alongside of us
Yeah.
because it's always us with these bullhorns and these mouthpieces
Mm-hmm.
and going and addressing some of these things.
Right.
I would just like to see more of the brothers out there on the front lines with us,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
with us. And I was very impressed with her. I'm gonna follow her and I'm gonna see what else she's doing. Keep my eye on her. But I was just so happy to see her.
Right.
And the things that she was saying, it just really, I was just like, wow. I mean, it really did something to my spirit.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna listen
like,
to it.
if all these young kids, I want everybody to hear what she's saying, but I want these young kids to hear it and see it and be about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She can do it. You can do it too.
Yeah, you
You know
can.
what I mean? Because I remember I used to go to the council meetings they had here on Tuesdays. I went to a few of them. I didn't go to all of them. But when I was interested in something that was going on in the city or whatever in my neighborhood, I used to go to the council meetings down there, city hall. But these young people need to go and find out, and they need to, you can go. They have open mic. You can go down and speak on something if they don't like something in their neighborhoods or whatever. Find out who their councilman is, and you guys vote for them all the time. Your parents do, and you should too. And if you don't like something, you need to go and address it.
Yeah.
You need to go and address it. And our young folks need to be down there addressing this
Yeah.
stuff. So they'll know and take you guys seriously. And
Right.
these people that are voted into these positions or these offices and stuff like that, we have to hold them accountable.
Right. Right.
For all these lies, they tell what they're going to do. We have to go back and say, you said this, you said that, and you're not doing it.
Right.
What is the problem?
Right.
We have to address it, make it accountable.
Mm-hmm. Because they tell you, they sell you the whole world when they politicking and trying to get you to vote for them.
Absolutely.
But then when they get in office, they over there taking vacations and eating bonbons and shit.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Absolutely nothing.
What is happening?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna listen to it. I got it right here.
I want you to. I do want you to.
So we have.
Speaking of
ahead.
Netflix, I saw something that is coming on the National Geographic Channel, but it will be tonight is coming on, but it will be available on Hulu tomorrow. So I think I'm going to go ahead and watch it on Hulu tomorrow. It's called City So Real, and it's a portrait of the contemporary Chicago. You know how everybody was talking about Chicago this and Chicago that? And I guess it's where Shaka Khan grew up because she was talking about it.
Oh.
And I was listening. And they're going to talk about Chicago, from the beginning all the way up until COVID-19, George Floyd, the election of 2019, the mayoral election. And they're just going to cover a lot of things. And I think it's a 5-part series, I believe. I'm not quite sure. But that's something that, people can check out that I think may be interesting. Because, see, all we get, I dropped my water. All we get is what we get fed off of the media.
Yeah. You got to go
if you don't have any family in Chicago
to
let you know really what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Chicago has always been notorious for crooked politicians, police officers, and things of that nature. So I really wanted to watch this just to, get a glimpse of it and see, what's going on. And I just really feel that it's going to be a really good documentary.
Oh, okay. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah,
it's
so
on Hulu?
It's going to be on Hulu tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's called City So Real.
Let me write that down because I know I'm going to forget.
So, yeah, it premieres tonight at 7 on the National Geographic Channel. But tomorrow we'll be able to catch it on Hulu.
Okay. I'll check it out.
So that should be really interesting.
Okay, we could talk about that next week. Let's talk about that next week.
Yeah, and then you know what? I found another podcast too that I thought was interesting. I was going to tell you about that. It is called Say Their Names.
Say Their Names?
That's the name of the podcast. And, you know, it's about all of the black people that got killed.
Oh, wow.
Black or brown people, I'm going to say, that got killed by the hands of police officers.
Oh.
And they have ones in there that we haven't even heard of yet.
Right.
Or may not even hear of. And, you know, they have different episodes and things, and they take you into different cities and different states. And they just take you through the whole scenario, the whole thing that happened, you know, the courts, the time, and if anybody, you know, got in trouble, or, you know, the whole judicial system and stuff. And, you know, the police, the politics, everything, the community systems. And I found the podcast, but I haven't had a chance to actually, you know, get in there and listen to one of them. I'm going to do that this weekend. But I thought that should be really interesting. And I thought that was such a great idea because we don't hear about all of them, Margot.
Yeah, you're right.
We don't hear about all of them.
We hear about what they want us to hear about.
We really need to know how much of this is actually going on.
Right.
I mean, you know, what we see on TV is just the big ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we never figured out what happened to those white guys that killed that black guy that was jogging.
Oh, right. It just gets washed away. It just gets washed away.
Yeah, you know, just things like that. And then, you know, I think if all this stuff was brought to the forefront, or people had a way of getting all the information on everything, on a lot of these things, I think that they would vote differently.
Yeah.
I think that they would see things a little differently.
Right.
Especially our young folk.
Right.
You know what I mean? But all this information is not made to everybody.
Right.
So, excuse me, I thought this was a good way for them to get information out, was through the podcasts and things like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
People telling another person telling, and people putting it on Facebook or putting it out there on Instagram and places like that, and let them know about these podcasts where they can hear information. You know, I thought that was a pretty good platform for people to go and get some information.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, so if anybody want to go in and listen to that, you know.
I'm looking at right now in Apple Podcasts. It's a couple of them, so I don't know which one to go on there. It's a couple of them that say their name. Say their name, say their names.
Yeah, the guy name is Chris Colbert.
Chris. Okay. I'll look it up.
Okay.
I see it.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Cool.
I got the podcast. I'm going to listen to it this weekend.
Okay.
It's just that, you know, I really have to be in the mood for that because
it's
so
deep.
To me, you know?
It's so deep. It's so, you have to be in the right frame of mind.
And then I just get mad.
You get mad.
I get sad.
Yes.
And then I get angry.
Yeah. It takes you through all of those emotions because, you know, so
it really does.
Knowing that somebody had to go through all of that and end up dying because of whatever dumb reason that they felt like they needed to shoot or, you know, do whatever to kill the person. And it's just a real sad situation. It's really sad. So, yeah, you got to be
and there's no empathy. For it. These people don't even have any empathy. These people don't have any empathy for these families that are losing, you know, their fathers, their brothers, their uncles, their cousins. They have no empathy for this.
No.
And, you know, at the rate they're being killed and how they're being killed, it's just ridiculous. I mean, call it what it is. These are modern day lynches.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's what they are. And it's I mean, you know, there's really what? No trial, no nothing. Everybody just gets off. Nobody goes to jail.
Right.
This is like the same type of stuff that happened back in the day. Only thing changed that they are officers with guns.
Right.
And they're not on horseback with ropes.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's legal. And it's legal.
Put them in a uniform and you gave them a gun.
Yep. That's it.
So all these ways that they can go out And, if they want to stop somebody, I mean, they're supposed to be professional. They're supposed to be able to shoot a gun. Couldn't they shoot them in the legs?
Yeah.
Couldn't they shoot them in the back?
Non-lethal shots.
Non-lethal.
They shoot to kill.
They shoot to kill. I'm not talking 1 or 2 bullets. I'm not talking 1 or 2 bullets.
Right.
I'm talking about 7 to 16 bullets.
Right. Assassination. Really? Like you assassinating somebody, just like you just shooting them to kill them.
And then you feel like there's no need to reform the police department?
Right.
Oh yeah, we do.
Big time.
Because we need to get some more training. These people need to be wearing those what do you call those?
Oh, those cams, those body cams. Yeah.
The body cams or whatever. And they need some inclusion, diversity training.
Yeah. And didn't Trump stop that?
All of that.
He was trying to stop some diversity training. Trump.
They need all that.
Yeah.
Tolerance, they need all that.
Yeah, they do.
And they need social workers too out there. So when these people have
mental problems,
when these people have mental situations, the family's not calling you to come out there and kill them.
Right. Right. Yep.
You need somebody out there that can talk to these people to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's reform needed.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Especially with DAs and judges too.
Yeah.
Everybody on the freaking payroll.
Right. Yeah, they need some reform all the way around. They need reform with the politicians, with the district attorney, all those people, all of the police people, everybody, the judge, everybody need to be. I don't believe in the defunding because I believe that we do need to have some type of system here to protect us. Because if that's the case, if we don't have the protection around us, then the gangs are just going to take over, and it's going to be like, everybody for themselves, pretty much. And not just.
I mean, the biggest gang is the police department.
Right.
Department.
Right. And that's what I'm about to say. And I'm not talking about just Bloods and Crips and whoever else is out there. I'm talking about some serious organized gangs is going to take over. And we ain't going to be able to live the way that we live right now. We in the wrong area or whatever. Nobody want to live like that. Nobody want to live like that. So I don't want them to be defunded, but they need to be regulated, and they need to redo some stuff in all of their
I think
departments.
I think they need to take the budget, okay, and they need to pick it apart, and they need to take some of that money and put it in other areas that would help them.
Yes, reallocate your funds. That's what you need to do.
That's right.
Reallocate the funds.
That's right. I think that's what we need to do. It doesn't necessarily have to be a deep fund.
Right.
But we need to go back to the table.
Yep. We need to go back to the table with some people that know what the hell they talking about. And not just anybody, and not the old school people that's going to keep the same rules and policies and laws in place. No. Put some new blood in there.
Yeah.
Get some new people and get that 23-year-old girl over there in Kansas. She in Kansas? Get her over there. That female activist. Put her in there.
They don't want that.
No, they don't want that. So you have Jared Kushner in your soapbox. What's going on with him?
Well, yeah, he is. I don't know if you remember him or not, but he's married to Trump's daughter, and he's the White House senior advisor. He died. He just gave him a job.
Okay,
Trump just gave him a job.
Okay.
But he made a statement. I don't know who asked him to, but he made it seem like, what he was saying was that black folks don't want to succeed.
What?
You know what I mean?
Oh, we don't.
I kind of listened just to a little bit of it. He said they don't want success enough.
What?
Okay, first of all, what do you know
about a black person? What we want
about black people?
Come on now.
And who have you been talking to? And what gives you the right to say what we actually don't do, will do, don't have? You know what I mean? The bottom line is you are so out of touch.
Right.
You know what I mean? With anything outside of that little family you live with in the White House.
That's it.
Okay? You need to stop it. I mean, you don't even understand what Black people go through on a daily.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you're so privileged.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about not getting loans for houses. I'm talking about the big student loans just to get an education.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And stuck with the debt. Stuck with the debt.
Yes.
And not the
I'm
job.
talking about getting turned down for jobs and things of that nature.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't understand how you can say that.
Right.
About Black people. Do you even know a Black person?
Right.
Can you call a Black person on the phone and talk to them and invite them to dinner?
Right. What's your point of reference? Like, where did you get your knowledge of Black people not wanting success that much? Like, we don't want it. We don't want it.
Absolutely.
So we just want you think that we just want handouts? I mean, what are you talking about? Like,
I mean, to me, he was just saying in a nutshell, you guys are ladies, you guys are not worth nothing, you guys don't want nothing, and that's why you guys are in the situation that you guys are in today. No, it's not. That's not. We're in this situation today because you guys put us in this situation years ago and didn't expect us to succeed from the time that from what we have.
Right.
All the way from what you guys think we shouldn't have, and you're still mad because we're getting there, and you guys still keep trying to stop us. But we do that. We keep growing. You guys don't understand how the fuck we making it.
Right. We pushing them down.
But we're making it because we're resilient.
Right.
We're really trying to fight all these obstacles that you guys, Mr. Privileged Man, put away.
Right.
Okay. We steadily climbing over your rocks, around your rocks. We're digging up underneath your rocks and everything. We're trying to fight every obstacle you throw at us.
Right.
And you have the audacity to say we don't want it.
Right.
You wouldn't even survive in our shoes.
Not at all. Not at all.
You wouldn't even survive in our shoes.
You wouldn't survive in our shoes. And like you just said, like for people of color, it's a continuous finish line. Like we never make it to the finish line because you guys put it back and back and back, and as soon as you think that you got it, it's another one up here. Oh, it's pushed here. It's pushed here. It's pushed here. And we keep the resilient is the word that you use, which is we are resilient, and we will do what we have to do to get to be successful. So his little whatever he talking about is dumb. Like what's your point of reference?
It made no
sense.
Who
you talk to?
And you know what? And you know when he got through with his little speech, all it did was actually put a cherry on top for everybody that you're a racist just like your father-in-law. You guys all think the same
way.
You know what I mean? Especially for him to that you make this kind of speech.
Right. Go ahead and say
so close to election.
Right.
So close to election. He's not only ignorant, you're ignorant.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Ignorant. Your mama, your daddy, and your wife, the whole bunch of you guys is ignorant. And if you think you making that speech is going to get him elected, you a damn fool.
Sometimes you just need to button up your lips. Like everybody needs to just shut up.
The casket for us.
Just shut up. They don't know when to shut up. They just keep on freaking talking. Keep talking. Just be quiet.
We haven't heard from you in 4 years.
Right. We haven't.
Okay. Shut up.
Why are you chirping right now? Go on and be where your father-in-law placed you in the business.
Just stay in that back room. Yeah. Because when Trump loses the election, he's going to blame you for making that speech.
That's what you know. That's what you know. That's what you know. Because he going to say, see, had you not said anything, I would have won.
You should have said that.
Yep.
You shouldn't have said that. Okay.
Yep. That's what's going to happen. He's not going to take the blame that he's just the worst ever. It's going to be on your fault. Your head, Kushner. On your head.
Exactly. That's all I had to say. I'm just like, I want this to be over, Margot. I don't think the man should have opened up his mouth. He has no respect. Nobody cares to hear from him ever.
Right.
But to all this stuff, that we have going on right now. I just want everybody to know, while we're focusing on all this stuff, they're in the back passing things and getting things signed off.
Yep. So if they don't make it through, they'll be set for life somewhere else, doing something else.
Hopefully, once we get in office and everything like that, I just really pray that the Democrats work a little smarter than what they have. We've always been the type of party that always try to do the right thing and, remain fair.
Right.
And do things of that nature. When they over there go running amok and ain't nothing but a whole bunch of crooks.
Right.
Yes. And they keep running over us and getting all this stuff passed because we're so focused on being the nice guy. And doing the right thing.
Right.
But look what this has got us. We need some real, down gritty politicians.
Hardcore. Don't give a F.
Hardcore Democrats in your church. Y'all what to do. Because lately, it ain't been getting done.
Nope. They're pushing right through, y'all.
Shit, they making stuff laws and whatever and stuff like that. This is stuff Obama should have been doing and had sealed so Trump couldn't touch it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he undoing all that.
Happened. So now, Biden, I need you to overturn some shit.
Yep.
And Miss Harris, I need you to go in there and I need you to learn it all.
Yeah.
Just in case you become president.
Okay. Look, I'm just saying.
And I need you to build up your team or whatever. And you graduated from Howard. Come on, show us something.
Right.
Show us something.
Show us something. Please.
We're gonna hold you real accountable, or we're gonna snatch your black heart real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And ain't nobody playing either, because you came from an HBCU.
Okay.
Okay, and he trying to cut off
all the fundings. That's crazy. But he did everything for black people. Yeah, okay, shut up.
He a lying, the truth ain't there. He ain't done nothing.
I'm like, what has he done? Like, what have I felt? I'm black. And I'm black. Am I black? Am I a black person?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't. I ain't felt nothing that man has done for me to say, you know what? Nothing. You are so right. Like, what have you done? It's nothing that you have ever said or done for me to say, yeah. I know what he's talking about. He's talking about prison reform, because that's the black people are in prison. Prison reform, because he be letting people out of prison. That must be the only thing.
He ain't even done a good job of that.
No,
he ain't even done that. He hasn't even done that for the simple fact that all those people in there was selling marijuana. They still in there. Talking about 3 strikes. They still in there.
They need to be out.
20 years.
Yeah.
And they out here, and these white men getting in the business of marijuana.
Right. Exactly.
So you ain't done shit but try to make your partners rich off of marijuana.
Right.
Shut up.
All of them should be out of jail. Everybody who has a marijuana charge need to get up out of there.
And you know what I heard? I heard it's really hard to get into business.
Mm-hmm.
Because the white folks got it wrapped up. They want all the blacks in jail. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
they know.
Every time we get something, they want it.
Yep. Lock them up and then we take it. Yep. Lock them up and we're going to take over. And we're going to say, okay, it's legal. We can do it. We can sell it. We can sell it. Okay. So, bullshit and beauty. So just.
That's all I got.
That's it.
That's all I have.
We with bullshit and beauty. The bullshit is that we want the election to be over with. We're tired of hearing about it. We're tired of talking about it. Tired of seeing it. I'm tired of getting them papers in my mail. Those talking about the proposition. I'm tired of getting emails from Harris and Biden. I'm tired. I'm just so tired.
Look, I'm tired of them on social media asking me for $20.
Asking me for $20. They ask me for everything. I can't.
$12.
Can you get off of my thing? Can you get off? I want you to win, but I'm tired. I'm looking at my emails, and I got over 400 and something emails. I'm like, what is this? Biden and Harris just going on through my timeline. I can't.
Girl, I'm getting stuff for both of them. Getting stuff for both of them. For Trump, too.
Ooh, don't have no Trump.
Really?
Don't you come in my email.
stop.
Yeah, don't come in my
enough
email.
is enough. I just want this stuff to be over with. Oh, get it over with. I'm sick of it.
Be done. So y'all need to just go ahead and get y'all early voting on, which is the beauty of it all, is that we have had early voting, and everybody should be able to vote at this point. At this point, you should have mailed it in, put it in the ballot box, went to the polling place. All that shit is open right now. Everything's open. Right. So y'all got until what, Tuesday the 3rd?
Till Tuesday
at 8 p.m. to get y'all vote in, whoever you voting for, and that's it. That's it. Don't have no any ballots coming in after the 3rd. No, we don't want those because you had all this time to vote.
And this time next week we'll have a new president. Yes. When they hear from us again, we'll have a new president.
Yes. And like me and Mary said, we're not going to even watch all that extra stuff. We ain't watching no countdown. We don't want to see what the red states do. We want to see what the blue state, the rainbow states. See all that. We just want to wake up with a new president. That's it.
Just wake up and
who won? Come on now.
That's it.
And whoever wins, y'all don't need to be out here rioting over the shit because it don't even matter. We tear up our own communities over something so stupid, and he don't care if the guy in the White House now is elected. He's not gonna be rushing no money down here for our Ross to be put back up when y'all burn it down. He's not gonna be rushing out here for none of that stuff for it to be happening. So don't burn down your own community.
You know what? I think that's just, and I don't believe that. And no one has ever tore up anything or burnt down anything because of election.
That's right.
So I just think that's just a whole bunch of talk and rhetoric.
Another smoke and mirror.
Yeah. So, but don't forget, be safe out there. I hope you guys are not going trick-or-treating.
No.
It falls on a Saturday this year. And, we're going to have to turn our clocks back, too. We fall back.
When do we fall back? This weekend?
We fall back on
Sunday?
Saturday night. Saturday night, you're going to have to set it back. So you get an extra hour.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. I love that Sunday.
Yeah.
It just take a long
don't forget about that.
Time. Oh, I'm so happy.
And then we're gonna have a blue moon too on Halloween night. So that's the time to discover some new things. Okay. It's time to get your creative juices going and show us who you are as an individual.
Okay.
Get rid of all that stagnant, obsolete, stale stuff and start reconditioning. Show us something new. Work on something new. You know what I mean? Yeah. Start a new process. Anything. Just get rid of all that old ball and chain and all those limitations, and start something new, right?
Yep. You can start it. If you ain't started it, whatever new you want to start in this pandemic because you had a little extra time or whatever, it's never too late to start. So start it now during the blue moon.
The blue moon.
It's here.
It'll be on Halloween night. The blue full moon.
The blue full
And they call it the blue moon because it's the second full blue moon that we have had in 1 month.
Ooh.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Yep. All right, y'all. So we are very happy that you guys hung in here with us. And this is episode 71. Thank you again for all of your support.
And we're glad to have you back, Margot.
Yay! I made it back.
I'm glad my partner's back.
Yay!
Back at work.
Right. Oh my God.
We haven't seen each other.
Nope.
We haven't seen each other yet because our flex schedule, but we'll see each other on Monday?
Next Monday. Yep.
Yeah.
Be there. I will be there. So you guys make sure you vote and, be good. Do what you got to do.
Be good. And be safe out there.
Yes, please. Peace out.
Good night.